Hiya, I just thought I'd show you my everyday makeup at the moment. This is what I have in my bag if I'm doing my makeup on the train. It's really quick and easy, doesn't take long, and it lasts really well through the day. The first thing I'm going to do is a little bit of eye cream and face cream. Now this time of year my skin is so dry. It is naturally quite dry anyway, but I find I really have to make sure I'm using very rich formulas and more creamy formulas. Anything that's in a bit more of a gel texture that I might have used over the summer just won't cut it at this time of year. And it's things like, it all has a knock-on effect. So in there, for example, I really have to make sure I've hydrated because that gets particularly dry, and then my makeup gathers there. And when your makeup gathers somewhere, I think it just not only feels uncomfortable, but it makes it look like you've got loads of makeup on. Whereas the more hydrated everything is, I feel like everything just kind of blends together and looks a bit softer. Now on my skin, I'm using the Vichy Mineral 89 Moisturiser. If you've got redness or rosacea like me, this is one of my favourite products of all time. I absolutely love it. This is one of the things that I would never be running low on that and not have the top up ready. It works really well for me. It's a really rich buttery cream, really designed to hydrate the skin. It doesn't feel sensitive in any way. Vichy is a brand, I don't know if you might have tried their hyaluronic serum, which is really popular from them. They formulate with as little ingredients as possible. So if you're someone that does find that lots of things make you sensitive, it's very likely that that one will be okay for you because they have so little things in it and everything is designed to just strengthen the skin barrier and feel really comfortable. Right, I'm gonna use some of the MAC Skinfinish Lightstruck, and this is the shade Lightscapade. This is very new. I only got this about a week ago. And about this much underneath my CC cream. I just love the finish this gives. In this light, you're probably not gonna see it, so I'll show you this at home another time. But it's a really lightweight, hydrating illuminator. It's not as rich as strobe. There is something a bit softer about it, but what I really like about it is that it just gives your skin, you can kind of see it there, like a lovely opalescence. And if you wear a fuller coverage foundation over it, like my CC cream is going to be full coverage, it just gives it a bit more of a light reflecting quality. And then for my CC cream, I'm going to use the original formula. I've been going between the original formula and the Nude Glow a lot because Nude Glow is kind of like if this was a CC cream, but I do need the fuller coverage. In particular for this time of year, I'm just that bit more red. I know you can see it a bit there, but it has been very, very red recently. So I will make sure that I do some videos soon, in particular to just show you up close, reassure you how you will always be able to cover your redness if you want to. It's a difficult one, the kind of ethical implication of talking about that, because on one hand, I never want you to think that I'm saying you must cover it up, like you do what's right for you. But at the same time, I'll be honest and say I feel nicer when it's covered up. And I know I speak to lots of people that wish to cover theirs up. So it's not that you need to or anything, but equally, if you want to, please be reassured that no matter how bad your flare-up might be or your redness might be, there will always be a way to cover it. And that, I think, definitely helps me to just make peace with the fact that my skin is temperamental and some days it's flared up and other days it's fine. I know this is a little bit dim, to say the least, but I will show you this makeup in the natural light in a minute so that you can see. But hopefully it's still kind of helpful to chat through why I'm using everything, because half the time I find if I hear people explain things a bit more, it helps you to decide what you would like to try and what you wouldn't like to try. Years ago, we used to be on QVC with It Cosmetics, and one of the things that they used to encourage you to do is explain who a product is for and who it's not for, because you don't want someone getting something home and it's not right for them. I'm going to use some of the Drunk Elephant Bronzi drops, by the way. And so they used to say, if you explain who's going to hate this, it's just as helpful. Like if I were to tell you who's going to love these Drunk Elephant Bronzi drops, it's someone that wants a really sheer wash of bronzer that is light reflecting and looks dewy and healthy, and it kind of has like a shininess to it, and you're going to press it over your makeup. It's skincare first. It's really like a natural wash of bronze, like you've been on holiday, and it isn't polished and it isn't sculpted, and it's not kind of it doesn't look like makeup. Then hopefully if you were thinking, right, I want a really full coverage makeup tonight, really full glam, like Kim Kardashian sculpting, you'll know that that one isn't quite right for you. But if you want something really fresh that just looks like you've gone for a nice walk and your skin looks good, you would love it. I have loved having these in my general everyday bag. This is the Half Magic Blusher and Beam Trap Illuminator. I've had so many people ask me what's on my skin over the summer. 6 minutes. I'm timing myself because I've got to be down for breakfast by the time this reaches 15 minutes. Half Magic is a lovely makeup artist brand. It was founded by Donny Davey, the makeup artist that does all of the makeup on Euphoria. And the thing with Half Magic is all of these are designed to, you can depot them and put them into a palette to carry them around. So like you could get a few bits from them and then put them in one handy palette. So that's what I've always done from the beginning, but I'm not always taking a whole palette with me. So I've got these little singles of a blusher and a skin illuminator, and I've used them all summer. The blush is the most unusual texture. It feels like a mousse, I want to say. It is solid in the pan, but it has this soft, moussey texture. It is matte, but it doesn't look matte. It's like a cream to powder, if I had to describe it. And what it means is you get this lovely soft focus flush, but it doesn't really have a beginning or end. And it just looks like skin, which is something very true of all the Half Magic stuff. This is Beam Trap Illuminator. Now, if I was to wipe down the middle, you can see that you've got like a deeper shade and a pearlier shade. You can mix the two together. You can just use one on its own. I tend to use this one on its own. Donny in her makeup artistry is really known for skin that looks like skin. And she created this, it's called Beam Trap, to just make your skin look like it's got a natural sheen without looking like it's got a highlighter on. And it's a really lovely one. It just makes your skin look great. If you've got any texture, it's not glittery or shiny, so it will give you the sheen without overly drawing too much attention to anything like that. And it just makes you look lovely and healthy. I know you can't really see any of this in the light, but in person, like this, I'm going on gut instinct of what I do day to day, in particular if I'm on the train. And this is plenty to have a lovely rosy flush all day. And I'm using a Little Peaches PC18 to press this in. I'm going to use some of the Urban Decay brow mascara. I'm just kind of going to go back a little bit to get the product in there and then smooth everything into place. This has little fibres in it, so it's gonna help me to tint and hold the brows, but also puts the fibres in to fill them out a bit. I have accidentally overplucked them recently. I don't know when this has happened. It wasn't like one day I went mad on them, but all of a sudden I'm looking at them thinking, like the ends are barely there. I don't know what I've done, so we'll have to leave them over the next little while to just fill out a little bit. I'm going to do a little smoky eye to show you how quick this is. It's the Bobbi Brown Downtown Brown. I did this on the train yesterday. The Bobbi Brown shadow sticks, to be fair to them, are absolutely great. This is more of a matte colour, and given how deep it is, you would be forgiven for worrying about how easily you'd be able to blend this out, but it's actually fine. It looks really dark in this light, but it is going to be okay. So I'm taking a clean brush and I'm just kind of buffing upwards and outwards to soften that edge. And this has almost like a bit of a terracotta undertone. It's lovely. I'm just gonna fluff this up and out again. This is a little peaches brush as well. And by the way, I should have said, I buffed the excess off on a tissue there. Once you've got too much on the brush, it's not gonna blend. So if you feel that, oh, there we go. If you feel that as you're blending, it's not getting softer, it's time to clean the brush, because it seems like if it's not getting softer, you've got loads of product on there and you're just moving it around rather than softening it out. I would ordinarily take that underneath as well, but I kind of like the idea of keeping the under eye fresh. Maybe a bit more of a 9 AM smoky if I do that. I'm just going straight home today. It's Wednesday. I don't know what day I'll put this up, but the day I'm filming it is Wednesday morning. I cannot wait for the traitors. I've never been so excited for anything. I'm really, really into it. I love Alan Carr. It's just my fave. Okay, Downtown Brown is on. I'm gonna use my Rum Tubing Mascara. This is the black one. I have to say, as someone that loves tubing mascara and always needs it because everything prints on me, I have been using mine for a good few months now, and it is still really, really glossy and wet. Sometimes with tubing mascaras, because the technology is a bit different and they wrap the lashes in rubbery polymer rather than coating them in ink, and then they remove differently. They kind of crumble away when you get them wet. Because the technology is a bit different, they can go dry quite quickly, and that is kind of the compromise you have to make. But mine is still super glossy. I really, really love these. And the navy is my favourite. The navy is lovely. If you had no other makeup on and any eye colour, the navy will just help to brighten the look of the whites of the eyes, pop the colour of your eyes. It's really lovely. So I'm gonna finish with a load of this. That'll do me. And then I used this last step for the first time yesterday. Absolutely loved it. I'm just gonna buff away a little bit of lip mask that I had on. I've got 2 Boots lips to show you actually, let me see. So I used the Berry Lip Sleep Mask before bed, that was lovely. I'm always super dry. These are the new number 7 really thin lipsticks, and this is the shade Pink Blossom. The applicator is tiny, and what I like about it is I like to ever so slightly go over the natural lip line, and because it's so small, you can do that with precision. I'm just gonna get this on. I did still have quite a bit of lip mask on, so it has diluted the look of the colour. But it's a lovely hydrating lippy. I love the little size of it. And there we go. Right, I'm gonna go for breakfast. If I got a little spray, I'll do a little spray in there. I'm gonna go for breakfast. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll chat to you soon.